Hello, everybody. Hopefully, you can hear me. Um, if not, um, sorry about that. So, this is Kikman. Um, it probably doesn't show me or the camera. I'm trying to do this in a podcasty type of way. So, hopefully, it works out. I mean, I'll try it this way. Maybe next time I'll do with the camera. Um, but I wanted to try this out and see if this is, a thing or if I should just, cancel this. But I wanted to do a Talk Story Thursday. Apparently, for this stream or this podcasting, it's just going to be me talking. So um, maybe in the next ones, I'll get messages to talk about stuff, or I may try to invite other people and talk story with them. But I wanted to just start this um, with sharing a little bit about me so that you can kind of see where the context is coming from. Um, I'm a military guy, as you know. Um, I did a tour in Iraq. Um, I seen some stuff, and just trying to survive and thrive, you know, in the civilian world. And so I'm not your typical veteran, combat veteran, army guy. I'm not with the wife and kids kind of thing. Just me, myself, and I, and my little dog. Well, she's kind of big, but my dog. Um, and then just, working a 9 to 5, helping out my parents, the whole deal. So the approach might be different, and I welcome the conversations and um, the reception of it. Um, so yeah, that's the basic or the deal of it. So now we'll actually get into it and talk about today's topic, which is veterans and Christmas. So, and I put this as part one because I want to break it down into different categories or groups because it's huge. So I'm going to start with just the holiday itself. So when I was overseas, um, there wasn't really such thing as holidays. We are pretty much on call 24/7. So if we needed to bounce, we had to bounce. So reflecting back then, um, the only difference was that people had said, "Hey, Merry Christmas," and "Oh, what are you in today? What, you got to go out the wire?" Um, Stuff like that. Um, they did have us have people come in with the USO to give, not really gifts, but we got, you know, better food like steak and lobster kind of stuff. Um, for some of the other units, they're able to actually go and attend concerts. Unfortunately, our group didn't, um, but it is what it is. I mean, you sign up, that's what you get. So, so just kind of reflecting. about Christmas. So my time there, I was still there. Um, I had taken my leave already, my R&R, um, during my birthday, and so we're just there, and um, we just kind of made do with what was going down. We were getting ready to actually leave country to go back stateside, which was huge. I mean, oh, I was happy. Everybody else was happy. It was just great. Um, but kind of going back with just the holiday itself. Um, I I'm actually kind of stuck now on how to explain it because it was so much emotions. Um, I was happy. People were happy. We're bummed. We're sad. We're upset. Um, yeah, just a mix of emotions. So um, I guess I'll start with the worst and then end with the best. So um, during that time there, um, we're still kind of upset because of what we needed to do. We're there for a reason. Um, we had to pretty much protect and serve. That was like the thing. You got orders to go on a mission, you do it. And so we were still getting attacked and encountered with IEDs, RPGs, and yeah, I mean that was just the real of it. Um, Besides that, we did get to go at least to our like a little PX to get supplies. I mean, it wasn't much, but we were able to go out to the PX, and it was a hardened PX, of course, because of the um, uh, RPGs and we get all the indirect fire and stuff, the mortars. So yeah, so we're able to at least go to the PX. We got to get hygiene stuff, um, maybe like snacks, stuff like that. And then they did have little, I would say, restaurants, mini restaurants. Um, there was a Burger King there, and that was like the best. Like I was able to go there and get the chicken sandwiches. Oh, those are the best. Um, but um, so anyway, within that, the whole holiday thing, I do remember where we went to the PX. We got some stuff. I did go to Burger King. I got my chicken sandwich meal with a Coke and just hung out. And I had a mini DVD player. I don't know if um, you folks can kind of imagine it, but it was one of those mini DVD players where you could flip it open and there was a screen, and you could watch, whatever DVDs. You could also play CDs on it. You could connect external speakers to it, the whole smash. Um, and I remember getting that from a company in New York. Um, I had wrote a letter to my my friend who helped order it for me and ship it over to me. And so um, we also had tempo music on Oahu, and they had gotten the DVDs that had Hawaiian music, like Hawaiian music videos. So, kind of going back, um, I remember after getting my chicken sandwich meal and all of that, went back to the hutch, um, and then just hanging out in my rack or my bed, whatever, um, and then just watching um, these Hawaiian music videos, just reminiscing, thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna be back home. It's gonna be great. I don't have to deal with this BS." That kind of stuff. Um, and then, um, and then that was kind of my reflection of what Christmas was gonna be going back, you know, to the States. Fast forward, what is it? 19 years. Yeah, about 19 years. Um, it's a bit different because, well, one, um, I really don't have to worry about that environment anymore where I need to make sure that I'm in hardened cover, wear my Kevlar, or they call it the K-pot, um, have my body armor on, rifle in tow, the whole nine, full battle rattle. Um, it's a little different because, well, one, I'm older. I've matured a bit, but at the same time, I'm worn, or I've withered more because with age, your body degrades. Um, so with that, 19 years later, um, it's really not the same. Um, I had thought that things would get better, just in general, like society, all of that. Um, but actually, no, not really. I mean, the last few years, so going back to 2019 ish, before COVID, um, things were like okay, like I was kind of getting steady. Thought I had set up my career, got things going. Um, and then things changed. Um, I was still, I would say, still emotionally stoic. Um, Not really, um, I guess, considering too much how other people felt. I mean, emotion wise. Like, it's almost like I had to remain stoic and impartial so that I could be able to help others or make sound decisions. And I thought that was like a good thing, like a quote unquote survival tactic. Um, and it was okay because I mean, I just pretty much kept to myself. I did have a good amount of people that I could, hang out with, um, you know, have a few beers and stuff with, um, and, be social, do my thing, go home, rinse, repeat. Um, then I um, I met new people. Things changed. COVID happened, and then that really turned things. Um, and then I just kind of was going through my own phase of change, and yeah, I'm I kind of shifted on what I was actually the direction I was going. So I apologize for that. But okay, going back to Christmas um, for today. So with the holiday itself, if you have family members, friends, that are veterans, and during this holiday, you see that they may be acting different. They feel more, you feel that they are more reserved, they're more stoic. Um, don't be shocked, don't be alarmed. Um, just kind of let it ride, give them some time to, go through it. If you notice something very different about their behavior, um, just a friendly, hey, what's going down? Everything okay? Um, and if they don't want to share, then don't worry about it. Just let it go. Like, just say okay and let it go. Because with veterans, depending on, if they're combat proven or non-combat proven, um, they may act differently. More particularly, the combat veterans, um, no matter what branch, Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, no matter what branch they are, they're combat proven. There are some unique and similar behaviors for them, but for the most part, um, the only difference would be the experience that they had. That's it. Um, so for them, if they are, different during the Christmas holiday, if you see that they're, more isolated, if they're more stoic, or if you notice that they're more emotional, then it's just the holiday itself. Um, and how people are, like with Christmas, there's love, you get presents, family comes together, um, just all of that. And for some veterans, like it's not something that they have, or that they have exposure to. um, they may be in a unique situation where they don't have family, and because they don't have family, this hits them really hard. um, and by really hard, not physically, but just emotionally and physiologically. So if there are, if you do know any veterans that, you notice that they're different, um, for one, just kind of allow them, to do what they do. I mean, of course, if they're going to harm themselves or others, then you want to try and help them, whether it's, call the police or whatever. Um, but if you just notice a difference, a change in behavior in them, then, just kind of let them do their thing. If it's really significant, then I would, engage or interact with them and say, hey, how's it going? You okay? And if they're like, no, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Or nah, it's just, whatever. Then, let it go, you know, but at least you engage with them. Um, if they trust you a lot, then it'll be a bit easier for you to engage them and say, hey, what's going on? Then they will be more apt to telling you what's going on. Um, so with the holidays, especially Christmas, um, I would, take into account the whole scheme of what Christmas is, the family, love, buying presents, there's so much stuff that surrounds it, going on trips, traveling, um, visiting, significant landmarks, maybe reminiscent of, what they've done before, during that time, and then reflecting back to see if do they feel like that again, or can they do that again. And um, and then just being there for them, um, because not all of them will respond immediately, but you will notice that they're just kind of degraded. And by degraded, I mean, like, they look tired, they're stoic, they're not as talkative or communicative, they don't share. Um, so, um, yeah. Um, so I guess the point that I'm trying to say, or hopefully I can kind of put all of this together, because I will admit, I don't have a script, so I'm just kind of doing this like off the cuff, um, but kind of reflecting back on, the holidays again for veterans, especially combat veterans, that they've, lost their fellow brothers and sisters, um, and not familial brothers and sisters, like their brothers and sisters in arms, like in their own units, um, in supporting or partner units. Um, like they'll remember that. Like it's not going to go away. I mean, I think the only way it'll go away is if, they have dementia or some kind of like cognitive dissonance. I would say maybe it's not the right term, but something so severe that they cannot remember, or it's too traumatic where it's not like it's so hard for them to even fathom or think of it. um, but um, kind of, I guess, going back to the point I was saying was, um, with the holidays, especially with New Year's and fireworks like that, just be considerate of, veterans that have PTSD, um, TBI, and all of that, which I will actually have a separate podcast stream live thing for that. But um, just kind of saying for the holidays, just be mindful of, any veterans that um, check up on them, just see how they're doing. Um, Again, some have transitioned or can cope better than others. And it's not to discount them or to say that they're weak, it's just different ways for them to process, and their different thresholds and levels of them kind of managing. Um, the best is having a awesome support system. If they have an awesome support system, there is, at least a 80% chance, I would say. I mean, just to put a number on it, but I would say majority chance that they, um, will be able to at least maintain and cope through things by having a solid support system. Um, and then just being an ear for them. Um, them just let them ramble, let them kind of share their experience. It's healthy for them because sometimes they keep it in, and with them keeping it in hurts them more. And then when it hurts them more, then it hurts them more. So, anyway, I'm gonna cut this off. Um, just do like a, half an hour spiel, but um, I hope that this presents something of, um, the holidays, especially Christmas, and veterans. And next week, Thursday, um, hopefully I remember, I will do this again. I will try and actually create a script, um, and kind of keep it better. And because it's going to be after Christmas, um, this might be more. um, not necessarily familiar, but it will probably be um, something that people can relate to more because they'll be, they'll have the holiday itself and they will experience it, encounter it, witness it, um, and all of that. So, um, so with that said, thank you for listening to my ramble. And again, I apologize if it's all over the place. Again, no script, took a chance, just trying this out. Um, but I will have a script for next week, Thursday, and do part two of, the holidays and veterans and holidays. Thank you again. And I will talk story with you next time.